my god. I cannot believe. Okay, wait a minute. It's moving. Good. Good. Don't insult my laptop. Seriously, my program for this avatar is saying that my GPU. Wait, hold on. What is it actually? No, I don't want anyone to see it. No, I have to commit. I have to commit. I just hate this. I mean, seriously. What? No, none of the options are supposed to show up in the video. Okay, this is a very interesting start, I must be honest. Anyway, let me repeat myself. This is Lorena, and I created this video as part of my journey to self-acceptance. Since today is Halloween, this is a nice occasion for some cursed shadow work. Some disturbing, uncomfortable shadow work. This is more like an introduction type video for a shadow work series I could start in the future. So I don't think I can properly do this topic justice in just one video. I mean, seriously, this is shadow work, so it's more complicated than whatever I'm doing here. I may as well dip my toes in and hope people aren't too disturbed, though. So, you know, if things go well, I'll seriously consider a shadow work series. And, by the way, don't think I don't know most of my audience. Wait for the references. Wait for them. So, what do I mean by shadow work? Well, what even is the shadow anyway? No one asked, but let me explain these things, you know? You guys have to know, so the terminology isn't too confusing. The shadow is everything about yourself you've learned to hide and reject, basically, you know? The shadow usually contains our it contains our darkest personality traits, which is why we hide them. But our best qualities can often be there as well. We don't want to tell society about those horrible, vulnerable parts about ourselves that we learned is wrong and inappropriate. Those parts shouldn't be out in the open, you know? We want society to only see us at our best. And there's nothing wrong with embracing your strengths. It's healthy to recognize our best qualities for what they are. But no matter how good you think you are, what's part of you is always part of you. Remember this, human. As flawed as the legal system is, the law is there to make sure the worst of us don't get the wrong idea and start killing people for sadistic pleasure and enjoyment. Trust me, there are things society doesn't need to know about. If you want to commit a crime, don't tell anyone about your dark master plans, or there's a legal obligation to tell on you. Just telling you in advance. Society... No, wait a minute. I'm moving on in the script. Why can I not read? Okay. Shadow work itself is quite nuanced, but I'll do my best to simplify it for this video. It's basically the process of integrating your hidden qualities back into your consciousness. So basically everything we reject, it comes to the surface, we integrate it with our personality and all that. It becomes more healthy to express it because it's not being ignored anymore, which is good. Given how dark the shadow can be, shadow work is also best done with a therapist. The average person is not qualified to do shadow work by themselves. Without the guidance of a trained professional to keep you in check, the average person would drown in misery, and those of us with a conscience would rather you don't. So please, get professional help if you want to do shadow work. I'm not responsible if you ignore me. Just saying. Therapy is good for all of us. Not just insane people. Not just me. It's good for all of us. I just wish it was more widely affordable, you know? This country is full of shit. My shadow work began without the assistance of a therapist. But that doesn't mean I wasn't getting therapy when processing some of this mental garbage. I was just doing a terrible job at taking my therapist's advice, and I've paid the price for that. You'll learn more about this later. Trust me, you'll learn. Oh God, is this script too long? I hope it's not, because I need to... Oh God, now I'm obsessing over this shit. Alright, well, I better keep going then. Maybe I can somehow finish, before I have to go. Oh, okay, well, I'm obsessive like that. I'm doing it. Let's get back to the video. This is where my current shadow work begins. On this dark occasion, it's important to remember this is a public platform. So while I am doing some shadow work in this video by revealing my worst qualities, it's not a one video process. And I'm not interested in seeing the banhammer. Ask anyone that regularly works with a hammer. They'll tell you about that one time they accidentally injured themselves at work. If that person is American, I'm sure they'll have a lot to say about what happened to their wallet afterward as well. Yes, because Americans just had to pay an absurd amount for healthcare. Why? Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't tell you. I'm American, but that doesn't mean I know anything about this country. Well, that's depressing, isn't it? Considering I live here. A fantastic tangent. Time to move on and get to the point because I'm running out of time. Time. Oh, yeah, I don't understand what time is. Yeah, I can barely understand a clock. Well, depends what kind of clock you show me, actually. And also, is the clock accurate? Because if it's not, I won't be able to tell you if it's right or not. So, always show me an accurate clock, or I might mess up. Oh, this isn't about a clock, is it? My mistake. I should get to the point already, shouldn't I? Yeah. I mean, if I have some time constraints, I shouldn't be rambling. But this is a very terrifying video to record, guys. It's Halloween and shit. I'm so terrified. This sentence is... Oh God, it's cursed. Okay, I have to tell it. I have to say it. I have to. But before I actually say it, I want to, change my pose. I have to figure out which pose I want. Hold on. No, not that pose. This pose. I am by no means saying that I agree with the actions I'm about to say my shadow has, or implies, or whatever. Listen, I am not going to do anything harmful, just saying. My shadow can be very dark, okay? But don't get the wrong idea. I'm safe and sane. Sort of. I'm more insane than the Senate. What? Alright. Fine. I'll let the cat out of the bag now. I do want to record this. I promise. It's just... I have to, I have to do this. I have to be brave. I said that I would record this, and I will. Oh, God. But you guys are going to, be confused. Very confused. Oh, God, I only have 30 minutes left before I have to go. Where is the sentence I'm looking for again? Oh, dear Lord. Okay, I found it. Okay. Again, as I said, I am not approving of any obnoxious behavior these traits could suggest. I'm healthy, okay? Don't freak out. Okay, time to continue reading the script. The fictional character I relate to the most is Yubel. Surprising no one, probably. But I almost didn't have the guts to record this video. I was pretty upset last night over my own reasoning, though, so I felt like there was something to unpack. And when I considered other characters I relate to, Yubel still topped the list. This kind of brainstorming is more cursed than my test grades in middle school. Why would Yubel top the list? They spent most of their screen time being toxic and abusive. Why the hell? What the hell am I on? The moon? No, I'm not an astronaut. I'd die if I was on the moon. The dark reality is, therapy wasn't effective for me growing up or in my early to mid-20s. You know what therapy tends to fail with? Helping abusive people become less abusive. Who was I abusing? Myself. Over time, I began to believe my abusive lies. When I caught myself in that trap, this began a mental battlefield. A dark battlefield that no one has seen before. Because it was in my head, so no one could see it happening. Yeah, no one could see it, so yeah. I don't need to be in this pose anymore. Alright, I'm back to normal. Returning to the script. The battlefield that ensued was basically this. I was abusing myself. I knew that I was starting to believe it, but I felt like I messed up. I thought there was no way out. I thought I had messed up beyond all repair. But there was a miracle, kind of. A dark one. It was a heavy cost, but I mean, I'm not in a mental hospital or anything. So I think that based on my videos so far, I think we can say it was largely, it could have been worse. It could have been worse, guys. Seriously. I believe that anhedonia saved my life. It's pretty dark to say it, but I do believe that. Anhedonia only got through to me that it was caused by abuse when I refused to stop abusing myself, and it escalated into my anhedonia being so crippling, I turned to energy boosting products to live my life. This finally halted that shit so I would stop doing it. Apparently, I needed a crippling mental health condition to actually stop being an ass. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm like this. Okay, well, again, this video was cursed, but you may imagine that saying that I relate the most to Yubel does mean that I am going to say some cursed shit to explain why. Well, let's continue. Could I experience pleasure and enjoyment that year? No. But that didn't matter to me as long as I had the energy to pursue what I used to love anyway. It didn't stop me from wanting to write or maintain social connections. Most people would be like, what's the point? My response, does there have to be one? Why do I have to change my goals just because I can't experience pleasure or enjoyment anymore? Why? If I was normal, anhedonia would have taken away everything, but I had hope that anhedonia wouldn't leave me crippled forever. I used astrology to keep this belief alive. Hope dies pretty easily, you know. Seriously, have you ever tried to duel against it? It dies easily. Come on, let's not lie to ourselves. It's important to use whatever you can to keep the flame burning so you don't die because of your own issues. But yes, from the standards of a professional astrologer, my conclusions and interpretations of a single transit were actually very, very flawed. More flawed than Paradox thinking that killing Pegasus would save the future. You fool, Paradox! Humans like to destroy things. We're utter morons. We also like killing each other, apparently, so I don't know how Paradox thought murder was a logical, plan. He thought that was a logical plan to murder someone? Okay, sure, Paradox. I don't care that you're a villain. Your plan sucks! Either way, it's because of Paradox's actions that Yusei could heed the warning. Don't talk to me about time travel, though. I think time travel is a stupid concept, and it makes no sense, but what do I know? I don't understand how time works anymore. If you're in my country, please note that Daylight Savings Time will end on Sunday, November 6th, 2022, at 2 a.m. Thanks, America. I needed to torture myself some more, so there it is. I had to torture myself. There wasn't enough of it in this video. Oh my god. Why? Why do I do this to myself? But seriously, Daylight Savings Time is ending soon. Why did I have to include this? Why? Because there wasn't enough torture in this video, obviously. Alright, next topic, next cursed topic, that is. Yes, there's more cursed topics to be had. Oh god, oh god. Yes, oh god, indeed. I might need to make a part 2 of this. Am I comfortable with that? I don't know. We'll find out later, I guess. I don't want there to be a part 2, but quite frankly, this script is long. Why did I make an appointment at the time I did? Why? I regret. But let's continue. To be honest, as awful as my ex was, and likely still is, it's also because of him that I was able to stop being toxic and abusive. My ex wanted to be different from my exes, though. You know, my other ones, because I do have other ones, I kind of banned them from the ex list because at least... Okay, I banned most of my exes from the ex list because, let's be honest, some of them weren't even relationships. So, I kept the ones that I think do qualify on some level as a relationship. And my toxic ex counts because at least we had a relationship of some kind. It just wasn't healthy, that's the thing. He wanted us to have a healthy relationship, but he failed. He actually kind of reminded me of Divine for our relationship to some extent. He just had less stupid hair. No psychic powers, obviously. And he wasn't the leader of a cult. I think. Is he the leader of a cult now? I don't know, but somehow I doubt. My ex made me feel awful a lot. His abuse wasn't like Divine's abuse toward Aki, but my ex wanted me to be what he wanted. As much work as he put into maintaining our relationship, he cared about maintaining the relationship, not about me, not my feelings, and certainly not what made me happy. To know how much he knew how much I relate to Aki, so he wanted to be similar to Yusei and what he did for her. But he wasn't like Yusei. The extent of their similarities. My ex is a man, and he knows how to duel. We may as well say nothing at this point. How does my abusive love life relate to you, Belle? I'm not sure why anyone would ask this, but Yubel was clearly warped into a yandere by the light of destruction, and they associated love with pain. What was the whole point of inflicting so much pain on Judai? They thought they were showing their love for him. Oh god, why? That was messed up. So messed up. And I definitely hate how this video is going so far. Let's continue. Don't worry, I have a therapist appointment after recording this. I'll be fine. Just as long as this video is done being recorded by that time, that is. No, I'll be fine regardless. Don't worry, I'll be fine. Hold on. Brief break. Okay. Back from my break. Yeah, I'm back from my break. Yes, I did have to put that picture on screen. What are you talking about? It's the most hilarious image I have on file. Well, one of them at least. Okay, so where was I exactly? Oh, yeah, I was talking about Yubel's abuse and how messed up it was. But where was I in this? Hold on. Oh, right. I was actually at the beginning of this paragraph. Dear God. So much for using a script well. To clarify, I'm not as bad as Yubel. I'm nowhere as terrifying either. But my ex brought out a lot of shadow qualities in me that damaged how I viewed myself and kind of still do. But don't worry, I'll heal from that shit eventually. I do that shit a lot lately, you know? Before I matured and stopped being toxic, I dealt out my fair share of abuse towards my ex in retaliation. Plus, I've been through some messed up shit. Unlike Yubel, I feel more guilty about the wrongs I've committed, but I don't entirely blame Yubel for showing no remorse. They got what they wanted at the end, didn't they? Why? Why are you going to feel remorse if you got what you wanted? That's kind of... I mean, okay, I think you should feel bad if you did something awful, but... I mean, they still got what they wanted. They're a villain. They are generally agreed upon to be fictional, so... they got what they wanted, okay? End of story. No, it's not the end. It's not the end. There's more. There's more. Oh my God. Yubel was manipulative and cruel. They used people to get what they wanted. And why did I include this in the script? Why do we need to know this? Why? I know my audience, right? So why am I repeating obvious facts? Okay, whatever. Anyway, I just... These are parts of my shadow, okay? Seriously. One of my past relationships was fueled entirely by limerence. And my interest went away when my limerence did, which was terrible. It made me feel awful. No, really, it did. I felt so awful. Dude, that doesn't even sound like legit remorse. Guys, I'm kind of on a time constraint. Can we leave remorse in the backyard for now? Because too much remorse is bad for a video that's supposed to be entertaining. Kind of. I'm not sure if I'm being entertaining at all, but I'm not trying to freak people out too much. Seriously, I just feel bad. So bad. I never meant, I wasn't trying to fake interest, okay? I just didn't realize what was going on inside of my own brain. I only found out about limerence because I compared it to drugs. Yes, that's how I found out about it. If you don't know what limerence is, look it up on Google. This video is too long. I can explain what limerence is later, okay? Not now. I don't want that ex knowing that I was only limerent during our relationship, though. I think I can be safe knowing that he will never know. He will never know, but, you know, if he ever does somehow find out, at least he knows I feel awful about it. It's just I'm not able to accurately convey that right now. I'm too busy looking at the clock as I'm reading this script. Yeah, that's definitely going to help me, isn't it? It's basically like how I don't want my toxic ex knowing my side of the reasons I dumped him. Yeah, I've got some of my own shit that was the reason for that. It's not just, it was all him and not me. I was pretty bad too at first. I mean, really, I should be upfront about it, you know? Like, I'm not some innocent person that was completely victimless. Wait, what? No, I wasn't like a complete victim. I was also partially to blame for some of the shit that went down. It was so bad. I'm glad I don't have the receipts. I'm glad I don't have them. Oh God. I've struggled to accept myself after the years I spent dating that bastard. I learned things about myself that weren't pretty. I can be abusive, sadistic, cruel, and manipulative, but to far less extremes than you, Belle, went. Seriously, I mean, I'm not as bad as them, okay? When I read everything they did, I knew that Dub definitely played that down a bit. But that still came out pretty well to me, you know? That there was still plenty of pain. Plenty of pain. Oh God, am I almost done yet? Oh God. Okay, well, Yubel wasn't a villain just for the sake of it. They had to wait how long before the Supreme King reincarnated? I think pretty damn greedy too, and probably just as overprotective. Like, you wait thousands of years for the person you love to reincarnate. Because he said he'll love you, and only you, forever. And you went through a monstrous, torturous transformation to have the duty of protecting him for all of eternity. I would not be able to do that for anyone. No matter how much I love you, I would never be able to go through that for you. I do not apologize. I don't! Especially considering who I'm comparing myself to. I think everyone has probably decided I'm cursed now. Don't cancel me, please. I know this is bad. This is why this is called shadow work. That's why shadow work is in the title. I know this is bad. Alright, well, back to the video. Again, back to the script. You finally get to be with the guy you love again, and someone just made him cry? After 1,000 of years of waiting for him to reincarnate, I can buy hurting people over that. I can barely wait 5 minutes for a single turn to end. So of course, yes, I can understand that kind of, I can understand that. I probably should not say this, but I mean, it's more like a hypothetical. It's basically like I'm putting myself in Yubel's shoes, okay? Or whatever their equivalent to a shoe is. I don't know, guys. Like, when was the last time I even looked at a full image of them anyway? I can't remember. I don't know. I don't know. But I'd probably be just as bad if I was in Yubel's situation. I'd probably be worse. Yes, it's so cursed that I'm saying that. Oh God. Yes, I know. I am definitely making myself look bad. I'm making myself look awful. Very awful. But let's continue, because I have more awfulness to reveal. Alright. Now that we know that I can barely wait 5 minutes for a single turn to end, which is a bit long considering some of my complaints, but you know, I'm being nice. Seriously, I'm being nice to myself. Things change when people reincarnate, but even if you don't believe in fate and destiny, Yubel ended up with I can read. Things change when people reincarnate, but even if you don't believe in fate and destiny, Yubel ended up with Jaden again. Jedi's favorite card was Yubel, and he considered Yubel his best friend before they started hurting people. And after what happened to Yubel in space, which had a different effect on them than with Sayu or / Sartorius, all of that isolation is the main thing I relate to. Yes, the isolation is the main thing I relate to. Yes. And not everything else that I'm also acknowledging is equally as part of my shadow side. Also, time for a special headcanons. In a video that is already long. Oh my god. Well, let's begin with the headcanon, shall we? Headcanon! Headcanon! Jaden didn't know what a fiancé was because he only wanted to be with Yubel. Also, there are 2 spellings of that word, so I don't have to go nuts over which one I'm supposed to be using, because at the very least, I'm vocally talking. On the other hand, with Yubel, it doesn't matter which one I use, alright? It's convenient, isn't it? I'm not saying Jaden was interested in being married to Yubel, but after season 3, they're united for all of eternity now. And that's a kind of marriage, isn't it? You can disagree if you want to, but Jedi fused his soul with Yubel. This happened in the source material with no room for debate. I'm not interested in debating if Jaden returned Yubel's feelings, because quite frankly, I don't see anything platonic in merging your soul with someone else. Especially after Jedi was put through all of that pain and suffering. Yubel didn't tell Jedi to do that. Jedi decided to do it himself, man. Oh, wait. This is a shadow work video, isn't it? Where's the shadow work? Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Yubel is an interesting character. But something about Yubel makes me feel vulnerable. The story hits me somewhere painful because even if I want to ignore it, I have work to do. I had to find out the specifics, so I move on. And maybe I become less petty in the process, you know? I don't know if that'll actually happen. Abandonment, feelings of betrayal, in the end, it doesn't matter what Yubel and I actually have in common. They mostly recover from their issues after season 3 ends. I have issues of my own that I must continue working through until I can fully accept myself and be less ashamed of my past, which will result in a healthy mindset. Better feelings, you know, in regards to my being. I will be overall much happier. Much, much happier. But hold on, here's my happy face. Guys, I have to show it to you. Okay, you know what? That was a bad decision. That was a bad idea. Okay, screw that. Screw all of it. I messed up. No, my avatar just... No, don't die. Come back. Okay, it's back. Okay, forget it. I'll change the facial expression in future videos. Not this one. Fine, that joke is dead. That joke was dead on arrival anyway. I want to accept myself. I want to view myself in a better light, but that's going to take a lot of time. Oh god. I'm still ashamed of some of this shit. Oh, and did I mention this video is cursed? Please don't ban me, YouTube. I don't want the... Please don't ban me. It's Halloween. Give me some... Can you be a little nice to me for the occasion? You know? Oh God, I am so nervous. I don't want YouTube to ban me. Interesting sentence I started saying there. Let's continue. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I have to heal and do the hard work. So one day, I don't have to make more cursed videos like this one. Anyway, I'd like to see Jessie/Yubel and Duel Links, Konami. I know I'm being pretty selfish, but come on. Nostalgia. Nostalgia in high school, I loved the outfit Yubel gave to Johan / Jessie. I can pronounce Johan. It's just, there's a J in the English language. Oh my god. Okay, let me just move on. We can talk about what I think of Johan's outfit later. The one Yubel gave him specifically. That one. We can talk about it later. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. Just to wrap things up, I'm not sure of what I thought of Yubel growing up. I mean, for a while, all I cared about was Merrick and only Merrick, which sounds like Yubel only caring about Jedi, doesn't it? Well, Limerick is messed up, okay? I got better. So did Yubel too, actually, but, I also got better. Thank you guys for watching. I know this video was pretty long, but if you guys want more cursed videos like this one, let me know in the comments section. This isn't really a one video topic. I just have an appointment in an hour, and I'm sure you guys believe I need it. I don't have an appointment in an hour anymore. It's now 5 minutes, so I better get ready to leave, because I am pushing it like the Slifer slacker I am. I will be back later, guys, to record some videos for Duel Links. Yes, that's right. I'll be back to record more videos for Duel Links today on Halloween, so I can take in the appreciation of my crimson red name. Yes, my name is now red, the color of blood. Happy Halloween, everyone!